Hi, I'm D. I review rums, and this is 1833. Morning, people. So, feel a little bit of deja vu. So another gloomy Saturday morning in London. I'm actually enjoying this Saturday morning series I'm doing with you. I think I might make it a bit more permanent and create a different grouping. You know, I've got rum sessions and rum shorts, whatever. You might put a different category so you can revisit them. And I'm enjoying them because I get to express some thoughts, but also I get to pull out some rums that I've not been drinking for a while. So today's rum is El Dorado 12. The review of it somewhere, so I'll get that. I'll put a link to that, like I did up there somewhere in this one as well. So today, as I'm drinking my coffee with my rum, I wanted to talk to you about something that me and my partner were discussing a few days ago, and it's to do. It's a small piece in a broader topic. So let's tell the story. So I have a Audi Q8, and I got it because it was a last minute buy because the car I ordered a BMW iX electric SUV, and BMW just give me a run around. I ordered it in like June, and they kept on pushing the delivery date back and back and back, and then I needed the car before Christmas, and they couldn't guarantee the car before Christmas, so I ended up buying this Audi real quickly. So it's a nice car, but I would like to have put more effort into it, more research, what have you. Nice specs, sunroof, nice sound system. It's nice. But now I'm thinking about, well, what would I get next? And so that's what kicked the conversation off. And I was like, well, I like the Porsche Cayenne, and that's why other cars, and so no, we both had bad experiences with BMW, so I'm like never getting a BMW. My mate's got Merc GLE, so I'm like, well, I don't want the same cars as my mate. So we're talking, and then she said something interesting. Then I don't know who asked the question. I don't know if she said it or I asked the question, but it came up and said, well, you can't really have a car that costs more than let's say 80, 90, no more than £100, 100,000, 100 grand easily, without having a driveway. So this is what she said. And I paused and I was like, huh. I thought to myself, I don't agree with you entirely, but I don't disagree with you. And so it led me thinking, well, why don't I agree? Why? I hear what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, but I just couldn't completely agree with what she was saying, and that's how I thought about it. And what came to mind was this: having a driveway in London, maybe not specifically UK, but in London, right? It's difficult because any house that has a driveway is going to cost a significant amount of money. And then I thought about that. I thought, well, I can afford an expensive car, but I can't afford that kind of house. But it's not because I don't earn good money, but it's because to be able to afford a house like that, you need to earn really good money. And it's like me thinking about the whole housing, and I imagine it's the same conversation a lot of people have in big cities. So whether you're in, New York, Los Angeles, Seattle, wherever, Dubai, wherever you are, you have a similar conversation where you could be earning what's relatively good money. I myself, I earn more than average wage. So I'm not going to go into how much I earn, but I earn more than average wage, and I earn amount. I grew up. I don't like to say, but I grew up poor, and so I know what it's like not to have a lot of money around the house. I know what it's like to have takeaway, to be a treat that you never even got once a month. It was it was really a treat. Going out to a restaurant was a treat. So I know what that's like. And I am in a position, so I earn the amount of money where when I was growing up, I always thought if I earn that number, life will be good. And now I earn that number, I'm like, well, life is nowhere as good as I thought it would be. I thought if I earned that money, I'd be rich. And I'm not rich, but I'm definitely not poor. I'm just okay. I'm in a position where there's people in the UK today that, I've had to think about. I always say this, where I consider if you're doing well in life is, if your boiler breaks down, how easy is it for you to go out and replace that? And I am in a position in life where if my boiler breaks tomorrow, I can replace it tomorrow. I'm not worrying about scrambling where to get the money from, and that's a good place to be in life. And I think once you hit that level, I think you're quite comfortable, and you're living okay. But I always thought growing up if earning what I earn now, I'd be beyond just that, And so that's a bit of a ramble to say, I earn what I earn, but if I wanted to buy a house, when you do your multipliers, what have you, the amount I could borrow to buy a house or to buy something new doesn't get you very far. And so then the chance of me being able to buy something with a driveway is very diminished because you're looking at, for me to buy a place with a driveway, a house with a driveway, maybe you can get away with some like converted houses that are now flats, those big houses and there's like 2 flats and you might get a driveway there. But once I buy a house, 2-3 bedroom house or more with a driveway, it will take, I'd say, me and my partner earning what I earn, to be able to borrow enough, but also have a significant deposit. I'd say, we're looking at £50,000 deposit. Let's say £40,000-50,000 deposit plus what we're borrowing to be able to get that. And so I was like, well, and that's why I couldn't agree with her, because this is why I find it difficult to agree with her, because whereas I could afford the car, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford the house, because the house is just way out of reach now. That sort of house is where, for me to get that sort of house, I'm gonna have to leave London and then go, into parts of Kent or parts of Surrey or parts of Essex. And even then, the sort of place I would want to be in those areas are going to be quite pricey as well. So I say that to say that it's a bit depressing. Like, you could be a person in a big city earning decent, good money, sort of money where you can go out for a meal and not really, not bat an eyelid, but you can go out for a meal and you're not counting the pennies about, oh damn, if I spend this money tonight, then we have to cut back somewhere else. You go to nice restaurants. Which reminds me, I might actually do a little sub-theme about restaurants I've been to, a little discussion about some of those nice places I've been. But I just thought that was quite sad actually. I thought it was so that's a question. So that's why I couldn't agree with her. I'm like, well, then do I never buy that sort of car? Do I never buy a Cayenne? Do I never buy, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to afford a brand new Bentayga, but I could definitely afford a used Bentayga. Do I never buy one of those cars because I'm unlike to ever be in a position where I can have a house of a drive where it kind of deserves that? Because I agree, it looks odd. It looks odd that I live in this quite a nice 1-bedroom flat. And I have parking, I have off-street parking, but it's not reserved. It's not, inside my house, outside my door. It's not labelled park. It's not my space, for example. So it does look odd that you got this lovely Bentley, but live in this 1-bedroom flat. It just gives that wrong perception. So I understand how it looks, but at the same time, buy a house that would be difficult. And that also at the same time, I could easily spend. I could go live somewhere like Battersea, one of those lovely buildings at Battersea near the embassy. I'll put a link, a quick picture of behind the embassy in Battersea in London, the American embassy that is. There's this building where it's got this swimming pool that connects two buildings, and it's got like I think it's called the Infinity. The base of the glass of the swimming pool, you can see through straight down into the ground. It's actually quite nice looking pool. So you can buy a flat around there, 2 bedrooms, what have you. It's going to cost you easily £1 million. So I'm saying, the argument could also be, well, I can afford £1 million flat. So let's say I could afford that £1 million flat, but I didn't have a drive. It's saying that I can't have a Bentley or a 911 because my car I don't have a drive. So I'm coming from. So there's also that argument that having a driveway, as much as that is not necessarily an indication of wealth or the status as well. Because if you can afford £1 million house in something like that, then you definitely can afford, or £1 million flat, you can definitely afford a Bentayga or what have you. And so you're saying, well, I shouldn't have one of those because I live in a flat and not a big house with a driveway as well. So that's another part of the argument. That's another reason why I couldn't fully agree with her. But something inside me also said that she wasn't wrong. So I'll leave it there with you guys to sort of ponder that one. I don't really have an answer on that one. It's a very non-committal answer. It's more, she ain't wrong, but she ain't right. So yeah, if you've got any thoughts, I'd love to hear what you think on that topic. I'm going to do a review next. I'm going to pause this, have a glass of water and do this review, because I've been teasing this review for a while, so I'll get that done. But I wanted to sort of talk to you about that. So yeah, talk to me. Let me know what you think.